Big Ray Hernandez, Jamie the Vet Williams. This is your Next Level Wrestling Review. Presented by Hami Media Group. Yeet! And ChannelAttitude.com. Yeet! And we are NXT!
Yes, boy!
Yeah! Yowie wowie! Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Next Level Wrestling Review. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your NXT review show. Join us here every single week at Hami Media Group, now that it's unbanned again. Fucking smack attack. Thank you, John Enright and Jimmy T, for all you've done with this platform. We appreciate you. But anyway, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am the pundit of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some Lucha Libre today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. No, I am joined by my co-host. He is the one. He is the only. The Vet. That's him. He's a Rip Rogers guy. It's true. The Vet. Let me do it together. Vet. Rip Rogers guy. Ladies and gentlemen, the song ain't lying. He is a Rip Rogers guy. And no one is denying. That rhymed. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to rewind. The Vet. Jamie Williams. What's going on, veteran?
Wow, Ray, you sound just like the guy on that track when you say
I do.
Vet. Like you sound just like that.
Vet.
Yeah.
That guy has.
We are good boys, Ray.
What?
We are good boys. We never get banned. We're always.
We don't get banned.
Sometimes we get kicked off, but that's for some other reason. Technical malfunction. That's probably a glitch in the system.
I wonder what it is. Maybe some fat mark. Anyway. Fucking bots.
I don't know about that.
Anyway.
But we are good boys.
Yes, we're good boys. We don't get. I looked at all the gimmicks on the fucking YouTube. And by the way, if for some reason I'm going to say this at the top of every show, we get bumped off here, immediately go to my YouTube channel at Big Ray Hernandez on YouTube, and we'll continue the show there. But neither here nor there, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. It is. Let me just fade out your theme. Yes, the smooth sounds of Smokey Joe Frazier. I don't know. Smokey, that's a boxer.
My theme is probably still playing.
No, it's not.
Find out later. It'll be like, oh, this song's still on when you try to switch songs again.
That happens. That happens every once in a while. It's quite annoying. But it's neither here nor there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back from Florida. It was my birthday. The Vet did not wish me a happy birthday. He gave no fucks. So that fucking hurt my feelings, but I don't care anymore. Actually, I do care.
Yeah, you just said it hurts your feelings.
Shut up. I was able to hang out with the beautiful April Hunter, my wife, and Ava, one of our greatest supporters, as you can see here.
Ava
That's
Rain?
us. What? Yeah, that's Ava Rain.
GM of NXT?
That's her. That's what she really looks
see
like.
her in that picture anywhere.
That's her in the red.
Oh. Well, they do a lot of work on TV, man.
Yeah. Ain't no kidding, brother. She looks much better in real life. Then we had a message for Colin. That one right there.
Oh, that's what that was.
That was for Colin. That was legitimately for Colin. My wife could not get over. She's like, has April ever had work done? And I'm like, no. She goes, she's fucking beautiful.
I mean, except for the...
Well, that everybody knows the gimmicks, but I mean, facially, you know. I don't know what it is about women. Oh my God, her eyebrows. Everybody got along so well. I got to hang out with my boy, Big V,
Mm-hmm.
who we sang karaoke together. And he ended up giving me a gift, and I gave him a big hug. And somehow Nick Hausman showed up.
Wow.
He was in the picture. Fucking, he's the one that actually took that picture.
Well, the clubhouse is closed, so now he's going to have extra time to just show up, photobomb.
So this is the gift Vito gave me. He gave me the gift of Versace.
He gave you a nice Versace box.
So you guys that don't follow me on social media, he says, now you're part of the family. You know how D'Angelo, what do you get? How do you do it? You get like a jacket or something?
I don't know. Do you get?
Well, Big Vito gave me these.
Whoa.
They have the little
Die
Versace
Jack.
gimmick. I got the Dijak Versace gimmick. So he gave me these very nice Versace glasses. Thank you so much, Big Vito.
His is probably Dollar Tree. Those are the real deal.
Bro, this is a fucking leather case over here. Look at this thing. This thing is leather.
Yeesh.
Smells like leather.
How decadent.
Very nice. That's what happens when you're nice to people. The vet would never give me Versace glasses.
Yeah,
give me some fucking Amazon. No,
I wouldn't even.
Just wouldn't give me anything. But
just sell it.
But I really want to say, see this picture again? When I see the vet, that's gonna be me and the vet. I'm gonna hug the vet like that.
No, that's gonna be you hugging another man and me in the foreground, just smiling.
Like that?
Yeah.
How did Nick Hausman just know exactly where I was every fucking picture?
That's a good question. Well, you guys go way back, so.
I guess. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is, right? Yeah.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're going to acknowledge me. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to acknowledge the fans and friends of Hami Media Group. Mostly our friends. Well, my friends. Vet doesn't have any friends, right, Vet?
That is correct.
That is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest ass in all of HMG. We have Frank's Pickle Barrel ass in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the windiest of all Chris's. Chris Winland, a.k.a. Chuckle, is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, as you see right here. Ladies and gentlemen, what are they testing on Lab Rat, Vet?
They're testing Versace.
Versace glasses, jewelry, clothing, all products, colognes, perfumes, everything. You ever tried Versace Blue Jeans cologne?
Blue Jeans cologne?
Versace Blue Jeans.
Is he like one of the like the Puerto Rican brothers that we don't hear about as much from?
Listen,
WWC?
I want you to do yourself a favor. Get yourself, it comes in a can, Versace can, in a beautiful bottle. Trust me.
Okay.
It is possibly the best smelling cologne. Anyone out there, you guys know the deal. Versace Blue Jeans. That's some good shit. Anyway. I know about Versace. Versace's Italian, right? How you doing? It's medium 5. How you doing? It says now Tony D almost looks like a mob boss, but the consigliere looks like a fucking putz. Oh, he has a gabagool. Not 57, not 56, not 58, not even 51, ladies and gentlemen. It's 59. Pew, 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 pew. Paul, a.k.a. the shooter. Shooter. I got to get the new Rodecaster, God willing. It has the fucking echo gimmick, and I can talk like a robot, like Stevie. I don't have that. I don't have that. Ooh, yeah. Snap into it, yeah. Elizabeth. Snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah. It's Elizabeth. She's here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, guys, she says. That's actually how she said it, just so you know that. Hey, guys. Probably not. Ladies and gentlemen, the master and ruler of the world, Zane Vicious, as we round back around, ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 144-13. For the new sponsor of Lucky Strike. Well, the same sponsor. It's the only sponsor. It's the only kind of cigarettes they sell back then in the 1920s. Dancing, handsome, slashing, dancing, handsome, Dan Heffernan. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the sexiest man
in all of HMG, Scott Woodford is here. Hello, Scott. Thanks for joining us today.
Damn it! Come on! Shit! The fuck?
Held up back from the void, right?
It's too much. It's too much sexiness, ladies and gentlemen. You don't understand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our friend. Arr! I can't do a wolf thing. Can you do it, Vet? Arr! No. There's the wolf. The Gam Wolf. Gam Wolfers. He said, "What's up, y'all?" See, he said it cool. What's up? What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, he's doing Illuminati stuff. Sexiest beard in all of HMG. And I mean that. There's the mighty Babo. Babo, what's going on, brother? There are no good people here. He says, what are you, crazy? Good people. Ladies and gentlemen, also with a record of 113 wins and only 42 losses. With a new sponsor. Yes. It is Sam Goodman's Tires. You know you're in good hands with Sam Goodman's. When you wind up your car to take a Sunday drive, depend on Sam Goodman's.
He cranked that engine up.
And Al Robinson. See Al Robinson doing a commercial? I only use Sam Goodman's.
It's like people on bicycles passing your car in the street.
When I want to show up early to the fight, I know I'm safe with Sam Goodman's Tires. Oh, God. Cold. XX. Bloodhead. XX is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Israel. It is our friend, thebomb.com. Aaron Ben Shlomo, what's going on, my friend? As we fast forward here, let me just make sure I'm not skipping anyone. It is former enhancement talent for the WWF at the time, with a record of 175 losses and 3 wins, all over Barry Horowitz. Jose Luis Rivera is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Now he's a doctor, apparently. Dr. Jose Luis Rivera. It's true. It's true. All right, I think that's it. Did I miss anyone?
Surely that can't be it. We must have 20 more people.
I think that's it, Vet. I could actually lower the music.
All right.
Yeah, I swear to God, I think that. Did I miss anybody?
I don't see it. All you guys need to go get everybody else and get them in here.
Yeah, I mean, it shows.
We'll wait.
It shows our regular number. I don't know. How many minutes do we wait? 1? 2?
We're done waiting. What do we got next?
3? This is the 3 count. With the latest breaking news in pro wrestling, sports, pop culture, and more. Now back to Big Ray and the Vet. All right, we're back. I'm trying to figure something out here with this gimmick. Let me see if I touch this. There it is. Okay.
Yes.
All right, this is a 3 count, ladies and gentlemen. Latest and greatest in pro wrestling news. I want to kick this thing off with a positive note, Vet.
All right.
Very positive note. Oh, that's right. It is the dark side caster, your brother's, father's, sister's, cousin's former roommate.
Wait, is he here?
I don't know. That's what Paul aka Shooter says. He says,
Well,
didn't hear the dark
spot.
side. Oh.
There could be a reason for that.
Oh, maybe he's not here. Oh.
Well, you acknowledge him even if he isn't here. So if he shows up now, he's already been acknowledged.
He's already been acknowledged. Very good. And let him know he's been. Anyway, I am going to start off with a little bit of positive news, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
So, if you guys remember last week, we did a report on Mark Coleman from the UFC, former UFC World Heavyweight Champion. He saved his parents from a house fire, and we were very, very worried about it. It says UFC Mark Coleman risked his life. I'm just reiterating the story real quickly to save his parents last Tuesday after a fire. It says, and he says he was quoted by saying, "We lost everything, but with the grace of God, my higher power, I was able to somehow save my parents and myself," he says Sunday. CNN gave an update on Coleman this past Friday, and actually we have another update, which I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, I'll share it with you here. Coleman is breathing on his own in the hospital after saving his parents from a house fire, so on and so forth. And we had this very, very cool little video. So let me just put it up really quickly. And guess who is back on his motherfucking feet? Let me just click the gimmick. Hold on. Let me just hit that. There you go. Wait, you can't hear that?
I'm not hearing it.
You're not hearing that. Interesting.
Am I supposed to be? I didn't even see anything move.
You didn't see nothing move. That's weird. Oh, I did it wrong. That's why. There we go. Okay, that's why. All right. Now you can see it, right?
Yeah, seeing it.
All right. Let me just.
What's up, guys? The man is back. The hammer's back.
For a second. Yes.
What's up?
All right. So Mark Coleman is back. He is healthy. Fucking hero. Saved his parents. I'm very happy, man, because it was looking like bad news for Mark Coleman. But thank God, man, the guy came out. Can you imagine doing that, man? Saving your elderly parents out of a burning you think your parents would ever like talk shit? They probably would, right? Still give you shit, right? You hurt my arm when you pulled me out of the burning house.
Probably
Bonehead.
something like that, yeah.
My mother would do that. God bless her. God rest her soul. Jesus Christ, she's still alive. But thank God, man, Mark Coleman. You know, all right. So now let's talk about real life. Let's talk about real life, Fat.
Okay.
Something I've been dying to ask you about.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, for over a week. So The Rock people are pissed off at The Rock. Apparently, a lot of these people in the locker room.
What?
Well, let me explain.
But he came back to save wrestling. Why would they?
Well, he kind of did, right? Did he? No, it's like.
Did he come back to save it? Yes, he did. Did he save it? I don't know.
All right. Well, the ratings are pretty much still like really good, right?
I mean, they're not really going up that much.
I mean, they're not AEW ratings.
No.
By the way, what was it? Like 400,000 people watched some chick Mercedes Moné make her debut.
A million.
A million what?
Million people.
No, but no million people what? Where?
The first quarter hour.
What? I heard it was 400,000, 425,000.
Maybe that was the demo number.
Anyway, maybe the chat can. Maybe I'm.
This is what happens when
wrong.
you become the pundit of the people and not the reporter of the people.
I'm not going to be reporting. I have other things to do, but I will report that the WWE locker room is. All right, so Sheldon, what does it say? It says 700K. Oh well.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's the lead-in. That's the number. 1 million.
I'll take it. The Rock has been cursing up a storm on social media. Fuck this and shit that, and Cody crybabies, and herpes, and toothless inbreds, and just using all of the good stuff that he used in the past, and even worse, actually. The Rock I've never seen this Rock before. He's one big asshole. But the locker room is pissed off because they're like, well, what the fuck? How come The Rock can say all this stuff and we're still stuck saying triumphant? And I'm going to beat you up and stuff like, I'm going to take you out. And this is my home. What is going on? Now, this past week, I will say that Cody Rhodes went in on The Rock a little bit on TV. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Like, what do you think? Like, what's going on over here?
So, one of the things that, as a Rip Rogers guy, one of the things that you'll hear when he would train you, part of what we had to do is we had to do promos pretty much every class.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how many people, it could take a while. Anywhere from like 25 to 30 1-minute promos you might have to go through, maybe even 25 to 40 if everybody showed
Wow.
up.
Okay.
So that's 40 minutes of 1-minute promos. And you always had to be ready to go, for anything. And Rip could stop you and tell you what your promo was about in the middle of your promo. So you'd have to switch gears and things like that.
Mhm.
One of the things that he always used to say, though, was fucking goddamn it, no fucking profanity, motherfucker. Because if you're going to have a job on television and you have responsibilities to whoever, whether it's sponsors, shareholders, little Timmy's mom that's going to get offended, everybody should be able to hear your message. And if you can't do a promo without swearing, can you really do a promo? There's thousands of words in the English language that you can use to get your point across. So I suggest you get a thesaurus and stop taking shortcuts, is what I would tell anybody who's an aspiring pro wrestler. Now, if they allow you to get a little harder edged, then that's like icing on the cake, but you don't frost the cake before you bake it. You have to be able to cut family-friendly promos that anybody can hear and still get your point across and still sound whatever you need to sound like, whether it's funny, whether it's tough, whether it's frightening, anything you need to sound like, you need to be able to do it on television in any venue without swearing. Does that make sense?
I agree with you. I think in anything, like whenever how can I put this? Like whenever you get into an argument with somebody, the minute you start cursing, you're the asshole.
They stop listening, right?
Stop listening because you have nothing constructive to say. That's how I always felt. When you get to that level that you start cursing, might as well start throwing fists, right? Might as well start punching each other because there's nothing left to say. That's what it is. So when The Rock's, listen, I'm a fan of Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. I'm a fan of what he does for people. I'm a fan of the fact that I genuinely feel that The Rock is passionate. I think he loves wrestling. I really do. I really think he loves wrestling. I think so. With all that being said, I don't think he has anything else better to say. Or maybe his writer has nothing better to write for him. Does that make sense? That Gewurtz guy. So we're at a point now where The Rock is he is the boss's boss, as they say. He's an owner of the WWE. So he basically is allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. But what people don't understand is that Fox, a lot of these promos are pre-written and laid out to Fox. Fox knows and approves and disapproves of what The Rock is doing and not doing. So Rock is not stupid. Well, he's a businessman. I don't think The Rock is. See, The Rock is a lot of things. Stupid is not one of them. I don't think. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. Jose Luis Rivera comes in and says AEW is allowed the curse up storm. What is it? Allowed to curse up a storm. Where's the viral moment on social media? You're desensitized. I think we've all become desensitized to, I don't know. I mean, do you still get that? Oh, he said shit on TV now anymore?
It just feels like they're forcing it. Like, how many people, even on NXT, maybe not this week, but how many people just end their promo with bitch?
Right.
Like, you sound like you're tacking it on, man.
Right.
And that's part of just like the art of communication, being able to sound like you're not reading a scripted promo, right?
Right.
Like I gave The Rock a kudos for his promo they did on SmackDown, not the Rock concert part.
The one before, 2 weeks ago.
No. The Rock concert. He did a Rock concert.
I saw that.
And that was lame as usual. And then afterwards he got serious and looked in the camera and you could see his eyeballs through his sunglasses. Can your Versace sunglasses? Can I see? No, you can't see their eyeballs through that.
I'll put them on though.
You can put them on if you want. He did a good promo there, talking about Cody's mom and everything. Like I thought that was a good promo, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't even have to swear that much in the promo. It's not about the words you choose being a swear word or not. It's about the effectiveness that you can craft a promo with him. So if Brian Gewirtz wrote that whole promo and Fox approved it, great. But also know that like everybody that has to work with The Rock on whatever he's working with is probably getting ideas from The Rock's team, right? Like
Right.
people were saying that Seth coming up with diarrhea Dwayne was
Ugh.
like a terrible line, right? Which
Right.
it is. Don't you think that also came from Brian Gewirtz?
Probably, yeah.
Like what what are the odds that Seth would have chosen that out of anything in the world that he could have said, right?
Diarrhea Dwayne.
Yeah. Or is the Rock's writer going to make Seth look lame? And Seth has to go along with it. Just something to think about. I don't know anything for sure, but I have been watching these guys for a long, long time.
A long time.
So I don't know. But overall, the general message is if you want people to listen to your message, like Ray said, you have to communicate with them on a level that can reach the most amount of people. And you don't want people tuning you out just because you use a couple 4-letter words.
Agreed. So with all that being said, now, do you think the Rock? Now, let's get to the crust of this whole situation. Do you think the locker room has the right to be upset, or should they just know their place, know their role, as the Rock was saying, shut their mouth?
Yeah, I don't think it should be anybody's goal to curse on TV. I think their goal should be to have a little bit more freedom with what they are, what they're given. There's many times where I've seen somebody do a promo that I could tell was not scripted, and it made my first reaction to the promo was, see, this is why they script promos, because you embarrass yourself. So I think they trust certain talents to go out there and wing it a little bit. And I think other people they don't trust yet. The issue is the guys that they don't trust, they have to cultivate that. They have to coach that. They have to teach that. They have to work with them on those things. And those guys have to be willing to learn, or they have to know their own limitations and what they can do to work on them. You know how it is, Ray, like any job, there's going to be those people that are like, psh, must be nice when somebody, and they're a bum, but they're still complaining about everybody else that does work hard, getting more, or getting favoritism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people's complaints are valid. Other people's aren't. It's down to the individual. So since we're just talking in generalizations here, I don't know who backstage is unhappy. Or
they're not going to go public with it.
No,
of course not. Right.
So I would just say, like, whatever you're doing there, just wait your turn, wait for your time to shine, and work hard and wait for the moment. You never know when somebody can go down and the next man up has to be you. And then you come in and blow everybody away because you're prepared.
Facts. So, I mean, I guess the moral of the story is that, for all you young people that are watching the wrestling, all you young talents that are coming up in the ranks, doing the indies and stuff, maybe you might have a shot at like an NWA or Impact Wrestling or something like that, or, and anything on TV, you don't have to do this. You don't have to curse up a storm and you can, this is why I go back to people like Nick Bockwinkel. My God, I love Nick Bockwinkel. Go watch it. You know what? All you people out there, that you young kids, watch. I always say watch Nick Bockwinkel, Jake the Snake Roberts, Raven. I like Raven's promos back in the day. These are my people. They didn't have to scream, they didn't have to shout. They used articulate
certainly
words.
Didn't curse.
They didn't curse. They didn't have
Not
to.
Not even really Raven, right? I don't remember him cursing a lot.
I'll give you another one. Mick Foley is Mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Tremendous. Almost like my God, you would be fully invested, like pulled into what he was saying. Yeah, you don't need to curse and act like an asshole. I mean, we curse here and there. Well, I do on this show, but I don't have to. I could do a whole show without cursing.
Sure.
Anyone that is good at what they're doing doesn't need to curse. And this is why I'm saying it's what's written for The Rock. I don't know if The Rock, this doesn't feel like Rock to me. Does that make sense? It does. If this feels like what somebody believes The Rock would be in 2024 if he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. So
Good way to put it.
neither here nor there, guys. Any closing thoughts before we move on real quick?
Watch your fucking mouth.
Watch your fucking mouth. I don't know if you guys spoke about this, but Raquel Rodriguez has been officially pulled off the WWE roster. If you guys don't know, she's been suffering from what's called mast cell activation syndrome, or MCAS. She's having a lot of pain with her skin, so on and so forth. So I'm just gonna wish this young lady the best of luck. Just because they pulled her off, the active roster, she's still part of the WWE, still getting paid, from what I understand. But the poor thing was wrestling in pain. I mean, if you watched the last big event, the one in Australia, was it that she wrestled?
Yeah,
I mean,
unfortunately, she had a flare up like right there before the chamber match. She kind of looked like she was stung by bees.
Right. I mean, I can only imagine, man. Poor thing. So I'm just hoping that she gets better, man. I'm glad that this is a different WWE, where I'm sure that if another regime was in charge, she'd be either released or. What do you think? I mean, what do you think would happen to this young lady? You think they keep her wrestling? Make an angle out. They'll make an angle out of it. Oh no.
I don't see. I think Raquel came in like right when they couldn't even though they probably wanted to, they wouldn't be doing that just for PR reasons anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely would have, just kind of took her off and maybe quietly released her or something.
I think they would have made a fucking angle out of her. Maybe she came 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, 10, yes, 100%.
Like she has leprosy or something stupid like that. I could see Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Maybe 5 years ago and on, they probably wouldn't do it. But before 5 years ago, yes, this would be the biggest rib ever.
They call her the leper or something like that. And then when women are afraid to wrestle her, and when she covers them, they're like, they start scratching and shit. I could see something totally stupid like that. But I'm glad that she's taking care of herself. Let me see. What is this? Sometimes you need to just gracefully fade away. Are you talking about Raquel? Are you talking about, brother? Anyway. All right. So Mandy Rose, she went on a couple of interviews and stuff, saying that she may come back. She's been doing well for herself on what is it? What is that gimmick that she's in? OnlyFans? Yeah, on OnlyFans and stuff, making tons of money. But that you're not one of these people. You're not one of these people that had that disease, that wrestling disease. You were able to break away from the addiction of being tossed around a ring and slammed onto a hard wooden floor. But
that was the fun part of the business.
But it looks like she's starting to get that itch again, and not the Raquel itch. So with that being said, how would you feel about Mandy Rose making a comeback, bro?
Sure.
She's great.
Just bring her right on back.
Would you really?
I guess.
She was pretty hot, and I'm not just talking about like looks. Like when she was in NXT, she was
doing well. She did well. It certainly wouldn't hurt to have, another capable person back, especially if you just lose one, like we're just talking about. Next person up could be Mandy. So yeah, sure, why not?
I think so. I think I would love to see Mandy Rose back in WWE. Booker T clarifies the situation that happened between he and CM Punk. And I'm going to actually read his quote. All right, you ready for this? It says, I'm not going to read it like Booker T. I was thinking about it, but I'm not going to do it. It says, if you hear me saying anything here on the Hall of Fame, that's his podcast, right? Mm-hmm. This show is, what is it? This show is show related, he said. I'm trying to entertain my fans. I'm trying to entertain the fans that's watching this. I'm trying to read this verbatim. I'm trying to give you guys a moment where you ain't got to think about that kind of stuff. It was reported that was reported at the time that CM Punk hasn't had any backstage issues with anyone since returning, and has in fact been very helpful with NXT talent. Anytime he has been backstage at the event or at the WWE Performance Center. So, is he saying that it's just a fucking rib, like a joke? He didn't mean it.
Sounds like it.
Says me and CM Punk won't be having a fight. Okay. Did you listen to that podcast? Do you know what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know any of this.
Yeah, I doubt that.
I don't have any idea. The only thing I know about any situation with them is when Punk first came back and he went up to Booker T and said, "How you doing, you flip-flopper?" Because he kept talking about him one way or the other on the pod, when he was at AEW and this and that and all this stuff. So they've already talked and hugged it out, and whatever was going to happen already happened like months ago. I don't even know what this new incident is that he's talking about. I think someone told me about it and I never looked it up, and I don't care.
Yeah. I don't think it's anything like, I think we would have heard a lot more. It's already been like a couple of weeks and shit. So a lot of people are making a big deal out of this. Actually, I'm glad I remembered this because I wanted to show you this little video. I don't know if you saw this. So do you know what's going on with Matt Hardy right now, Vet, regarding his contract situation?
Not exactly.
All right. So let me just pull this sumbitch up here. Hold on. All right. So this is Rebby doing what Rebby does. So now Matt Hardy is I think he's still officially signed by AEW. His contract's just about to be up. And tell me this ain't fucking good business. So I'm gonna play this little video. I'm gonna have to probably refresh this shit, but we'll see. All right. Can I rewind this? Oh, let's refresh it. Here we go. And oh fuck my life. What the fuck? How do I put the volume up? Oh, this gimmick right here. There we go.
At WWE Raw in a skybox.
So here you see Matt
He
Hardy.
started to get recognized, and then this happened.
So people are lining up, taking Matt pictures.
A line was literally forming.
So again, Matt Hardy.
AI reading.
Yeah, it's great.
He didn't leave until he shook hands and took photos with every single wrestling fan who asked.
Wow.
His ones had to pull him away to leave.
Again, we're using this in fair use.
Sneaking out before the show ends. Matt Hardy was at WWE Raw in a skybox.
This gimmick. So there you go. Matt Hardy was at a skybox at WWE Raw, just signing mad autographs, taking pictures. What a businessman. There is talks about him re-signing with AEW, but do you think they bring the Broken Universe back the right way and maybe come back to the WWE and finish off a career that way? Because I think he's also negotiating for Jeff to have his contract terminated earlier so they can work together wherever they go. What do you think?
No.
Don't
do a Broken Universe. No. Don't sign.
Yes. No.
Of course it could possibly happen, sure, but no.
Okay.
Stop this.
Just
stop it.
You're done with it, Vet?
I've been done with it. As far as the creative aspect, I've been done with it. I've been done with Jeff Hardy. I'm done with Matt Hardy.
Oh.
Let them wither on the vine in AEW collecting millions of dollars. That's a perfect life for them, never having to work, not being on television and just having money. That's great. I'm happy with that. Have all the money you want, just stay the hell out of my face, please.
Jesus.
Nobody wants to see these guys hobbling around anymore.
Hobbling? All right.
Bro, Sammy Guevara just fucking crushed Jeff's face.
He did. It was pretty fucking awful, I gotta tell you.
Right. And they used that as an excuse to suspend him.
Why did they suspend him?
I don't know. Probably so he wouldn't rape Mercedes Moné.
Then you shouldn't have said it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's a great time to let's forget the fuck about what's happening right now. I think it's time to go back in time, Fat. It's our favorite, one of our favorite, probably our favorite segment of the entire show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go back in time on this day in professional wrestling history, March 20th, 1970 something. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going way back in the Pro Wrestling Reflection Time Machine. Once again, I borrow the keys from the Professor, Tommy Wonder, and JB, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going back to the times of bell bottoms and butterfly collars. Yes, we're going to start this off, ladies and gentlemen. Big Ray was only 2 years old at this time, 1978. Let's go back to Madison Square Garden. Oh, Madison Square Garden. Superstar Billy Graham defeated WWF champion, that's Worldwide Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, Bob Backlund via referee stoppage due to Backlund receiving a cut over his eye. The title couldn't change hands due to the stoppage, however, so Backlund lost the match but retained the WWF World Heavyweight title. Vet, your thought on the great Bob Backlund? Your thoughts? The great Bob Backlund.
Well, Bob Backlund was pretty cool, but I think that was a bone of contention between, Vincent K and Vincent J.
Explain.
Well, Vincent J wanted a nice, clean cut, baby face, white bread, somebody that people could kind of, I don't know,
a real wrestler.
Yeah,
like Vern Gagne
guy,
used to. Yeah,
a goody two shoes guy, like just a real baby face, And then, I think his son was pretty disappointed that he didn't go with Superstar, and right. I think Superstar was pretty disappointed that he didn't go with Superstar.
He was,
which kind of, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but that kind of led to a downward spiral for him.
Superstar was champion, lost the belt to Backlund back, right? Is that how it was?
Yeah, I forget who did he beat Bruno? I think he beat Bruno, right?
Who Superstar Billy Graham, I think, beat Bob Backlund in his first run. Took the belt off of Backlund, then Backlund took it back. Oh. Right? Am I wrong, guys?
I believe Bob Backlund is a 2-time WWF champion. The second time being when he won it from Bret Hart in that I Quit match.
But that's what I'm.
Or not the I Quit match, but the one where.
Oh, so then that makes sense that Bruno would have lost to. Yeah, you're right. And then Backlund took the belt off of Superstar.
Yes.
But shit. So Backlund, how long did Backlund hold the belt for again? Off the top of you?
4 years.
Wow. Yeah, he could have. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, because Backlund then lost the belt to Sheik, and Sheik lost the belt to Hogan. And then, like you said, Backlund won the belt against Bret and then lost it to Diesel in that fucking crazy 90-second match or whatever the hell it was.
Right. Yeah. So, but even so, but yeah, I mean, Backlund was cool in his day, he was that, he legitimized wrestling as a sport, I guess. Whereas Superstar was kind of cartoonish, but I liked them both.
Yeah.
I like both sort of approaches.
I like Crazy Bob Backlund.
Crazy Bob Backlund was good too,
Running for president, Bob Backlund, you like him?
Sure, why not? I mean,
Fuck, if Donald Trump could be president, I mean.
Yeah.
This doddering old fool could be president. I mean.
Yeah.
Bob Backlund ain't far off, and he's well more articulate, I think, than both men who are running for president right now. Let's be real.
Yeah. So Bob could go, but not necessarily. His matches weren't necessarily always the most exciting. So, it's
he was a mat based wrestler. I mean, you could say the same for Kurt Angle, but I think Kurt Angle was way more charismatic, a better athlete.
And Bob did. It's not like Bob never did high spots. It's just the guys that he had to work with, you know, like
Right.
if we're talking about late 70s, early 80s WWF heels, like who's going to be able to keep up with Bob Backlund anyway? So like, even if he wanted to do more stuff, like the matches couldn't be that exciting.
True. Well,
What's your favorite Don Morocco match?
It's funny that you mentioned that, because in 1983, wow, are you reading the same thing I'm reading? No.
I have no idea what you're reading.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the vet is a soothsayer, because in 1983, in a non-title champion versus champion match, Bob Backlund, world heavyweight champion at the time, defeated intercontinental champion Don Morocco in a Texas death match.
And it probably had to be a Texas death match just so you can get an exciting match out of Don Morocco.
I mean, who the fuck is calling me? Who the fuck is this?
Is it Don Morocco? Is this The Rock? The original The Rock?
I think there was another Rock before. Wasn't Ole Anderson known as The Rock? And he was before.
Yeah, he was Rock Rogowski, yeah.
So I think he was the original The Rock. I think.
Yeah.
Not really sure. But
or Rocky Marciano.
What about that? What about that feud between the Rock, Morocco and Snuka, which culminated in that leap off the top of the cage? No,
shits, bro.
Did you watch the match?
Yes.
Oh.
Fuck it. I watched a lot of matches because when the WWE had the 24/7 channel, remember that?
Of course.
They would put up all kinds of old shows from Madison Square Garden, Boston Garden, the Philadelphia Spectrum, like all kinds of like old stuff, and I would watch all of it. And those matches fucking sucked. Jimmy Snuka and Don Morocco are not what you would call entertaining wrestlers, but it didn't matter because back then people were like, they were buying into the guys because it was half-ass real. They weren't telling everybody, yep, this is just phony bullshit. We admit it. It was still, they were trying to protect the business. So you believe those guys are really fighting. And if it wasn't that exciting, well, that's just how these guys fight, I guess. You just accepted it. No one wants to go back and watch those matches now, though.
Whew. Look at that. The artist says George Michael Sports Machine and Warner Wolf used to put that stuff in over big when I was a kid. I remember that. Did you have that over there?
Those people?
Bro, George Michael Sports Machine and Warner Wolf, you don't know who they are?
No. Well, I know who George Michael is, but I think that's a different guy.
Well, Warner Wolf is more of a local New York sports legend, sportscaster legend on CBS.
Right. And the other guy did, you know, he was
the Sports Machine.
Wham, and he did.
No. George Michael Sports Machine was kind of like
before Wham.
No, it was on the weekend. It was
Careless
like a half.
Whisper?
No, it was a half-hour sports show. And they used to be on late, like around 11:30 at night on a Saturday or something, like Saturday night, and they would break down the weekend sports or whatever. It was a kind of a old school. Wow, that's showing. It was DC Space Sportscast. Yeah, but they had them in New York too. Their artist. We had them here too as well. Anyway, with that being said, it was a half hour. Yep, Sunday. Okay, after channel, after the news. Yes. Anyway. Let's stop being old right now. Let's go to 1987 on day 21. Oh, you'll know this, vet. You were around. You were watching this. On day 21 of New Japan Pro Wrestling Spring Flare Up. What?
Wait, what year is this?
1987.
What? I'm sorry. I couldn't help you.
Listen.
I was barely watching WWF.
Listen, folks. I was just in Florida, and it was spring break, and I'm sure there were a bunch of spring flare-ups there, if you know what I'm talking about, brother. Hey. From, oh my God, what is this? Korakuen Hall in Tokyo.
Korakuen Hall. It's not that hard. It's one of the most famous arenas in the world. You know how to say it.
I'm trying. Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. The IWGP World Tag Team titles change hands when Kaiji Muto and Shiro Koshinaraka defeated Akira Maeda and Nobuhiko Takada. Do you know any of these fuckers? I got dizzy reading this.
Keiji Muto, you know who that is.
Sure, why not?
You know who that is.
Who is it?
He just retired. He recently
retired. Okay. All right. He's still 1987. Shit.
Yeah, he didn't have the gimmick though. That's why he was just using his real name.
Got it.
The other guys you said, his partner, I never heard of.
Okay. Thank God.
Akira Maeda is a legit legend. And the other guy, I've heard his name, Takada, but I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I
But
know
by
his
ni-
name.
but 1992, you were watching wrestling, right, Vet?
Oh, I was watching 87. Just I was as a small child, I wasn't tape trading. So
Here we go. I'm gonna do this again. It's more Japanese wrestling.
92. Okay.
1992. AJW Saint Battle Day. Was hell.
AJW.
Yes. I don't know.
Not AJPW.
All Japan Wrestling.
All Japan Pro Wrestling.
It says AJW. I don't know what
Oh
this
my
means.
God, is this like some sort of a knockoff, like
Could be.
the flea market version of All Japan? Well, let's see. Who do we got?
Well, let's see. It was held at Corrigan Hall in Tokyo, Japan. In the main event, what the fuck? UWA World Women's Tag Team Champions. Namani Toyota. Ha, I know that one.
Minami Toyota. Yes.
That's what I said. Manami.
Yes, it is.
Manami Toyota and Toshio Yamada defeated WWA Tag Team title holders Aja Kong, I know who that is, and Bison Kamura in a 2 out of 3 falls tag team match, unified both sets of titles.
Awesome. We should probably look this match up and watch it.
Can we review this match next week?
Yeah, let's review this match next week. And yeah, you're probably not that familiar with Minami Toyota, but you would definitely know if you saw her match. You'd be like, oh, this chick. I've seen this chick before. As a matter of fact, you remember in WCW versus NWO World Tour for the Nintendo 64?
Of course.
You remember how you could unlock like a Muhammad Ali type character?
Sure.
And you remember there was also that other woman that was called the Black Widow?
Mm-hmm. Ah, that's her?
The Black Widow was, yes, based on Minami Toyota.
Very cool.
Widely regarded as one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time.
How will we do this? Can we do that? Instead of doing like a 3 count, maybe we can just review the fucking match?
Well, first let's find a copy of it, and then we'll figure it out.
Okay. Make a note, please, if you can. All right, cool. That'll be cool. That'd be something different. We can do that. Let's see here. 1994. WWF WrestleMania 10 was held in Madison Square Garden in front of 19,444 fans. This was the first WrestleMania that didn't have Hulk Hogan on the card. And it was the first time in the WWF Championship was defended twice in one night at a WrestleMania pay-per-view. It was also featured the first televised ladder match in the company, blah, blah, blah. On the show.
Before you read.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what the title defenses were without looking?
Well, without looking, is it Shawn Michaels against Razor Ramon, the title for title Intercontinental Championship ladder match?
Yes, that's on there. That's the ladder match they're referring to. But the WWF title, he said it was defended twice. So what were the 2 matches?
WrestleMania 10. I'm not looking.
Don't look at chat either. You be quiet.
I'm looking this way. The screen is over here. I don't know. Was Yokozuna the champion?
He was. Going in.
Bret Hart? No, this is Madison Square Garden. I'm thinking Hogan coming back. I don't know. I don't remember.
Don't psych yourself out. Now you had Yokozuna going into WrestleMania 10 as the champion, but
Yokozuna loses the Diesel?
I wish. That would have been awesome. Especially if you jackknifed him.
Yokozuna. I don't know.
All right. Well.
All right. I'm gonna turn around.
So in the January of this year, 1994, that was the year that Lex Luger and Bret Hart did the double elimination gimmick where their feet both hit at the same time. So they both earned a title shot. So Lex Luger got to challenge Yokozuna. However, to make it fair, Bret Hart had to wrestle Owen Hart to start the night so that no matter what, everybody would have to wrestle 2 times. So Owen defeats Bret in the opening match.
Yes.
But Bret gets a title shot. That's just the winner of Lex Luger versus Yokozuna. So Yokozuna does come out victorious over Lex Luger, or Lex Luger wins in some way that he doesn't win the title, like count out or something. I know they did that finish for SummerSlam, but however, Yokozuna made it, and then Bret Hart won in the end, and then of course the famous Owen watching while everybody congratulates Bret Hart, knowing, hey, I beat you, motherfucker.
So again, that is, I can't believe you remember this, but yes, Owen Hart defeated Bret Hart with a victory roll. Bam Bam Bigelow and Luna Vachon defeated Doink and Dink in a mixed tag team match, with Bigelow getting the pin on Doink after a headbutt off the top rope. In his last televised match for the WWF, Randy Savage defeated Crush in a Falls Count Anywhere match. What else we got here? Alundra Blake.
Now it's fun note, trivia note on that. It's not the traditional Falls Count Anywhere match that it was almost kind of like a Texas death match, where if there was a fall that occurred, you had 10 seconds to, answer the 10 count, and that's the one where he wrapped Crush's,
so he tied up his feet.
Yeah, he tried to tie him up in this chain, this pulley system or whatever, but he couldn't get his feet tied, so he just had to just run back to the ring or whatever, and whatever. It was a weird thing.
It says he tied a Crush upside down by his feet backstage.
Yeah. He tried to hoist him up, and then as soon as he left, he tried to tie the chain, and it just fell down. His feet just fell down. He could have easily gotten up, but he just had to sell it.
Sure. Alundra Blaze defeated Lani Kai to retain the WWF Women's Championship.
Crazy that made a fucking WrestleMania.
Well, that's all they had. I'm sure. Men on a Mission, Mo and Mabel defeated the WWF Tag Team Champions, the Quebecers, by count out. Fuck, man.
Fellas with a Purpose.
Jesus Christ. Who wrote that?
The toys.
Is that what they wrote? Fellas with a Purpose?
No, there's I think there's those toys, but they don't have the license, so they made toys of Mo and Mabel, but they couldn't sing Men on a Mission. So
Fellas up with a Purpose. That's pretty funny.
So.
That's pretty funny. Yokozuna defeated Lex Luger by disqualification to retain the WWF Championship. Mr. Perfect was a special referee. Earthquake defeated Adam Bomb in 32 seconds. An incredible ladder match, as we said. Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, undisputed Intercontinental Champion. The main event, Bret Hart defeated Yokozuna by pinfall to win the WWF Championship for the second time. Roddy Piper was Piper was the guest referee. One hell of a WrestleMania 10. I got to speed through some of this real quick. 1996, now you were watching this, I'm sure, Vet. You were about 18, 17, I don't know what I mean, 19, whatever, how old you were. At New Japan Pro Wrestling, Nagoya show in Japan, Shinjiro Otani defeated Wild Pegasus to become the WCW Cruiserweight Champion. I know that Wild Pegasus guy. Isn't that what's his name? The Crippler? Chris Benoit?
Yeah, Wild Pegasus is maskless. Chris Benoit. Pegasus Kid was when he had the mask, and then when he lost the mask, he became wild.
Wild. Oh, wild indeed he was. 2008 Big Cat defeated Von Lilas.
Whoa, Von Lilas working New Japan.
Hold on one second. Big Cat defeated Von Lilas at the DCW taping in Louisville, Kentucky to become the new DCW Heavyweight Scholarship Champion. What is that?
Oh, wait. What year was this now? This had to have been
2008.
2008? Oh.
Talk about it,
there was
brother.
Always some kind of I don't remember if I was definitely still in town. I don't remember if I was still going, if I had quit yet. But yeah, they would always do these rib championships, it connect because they were playing off the fact that it was a school. So the idea would be that whoever won this championship wouldn't have to pay their dues. Which obviously was not true.
That is a
They
rib.
would definitely have to pay their dues.
Even more.
Yeah, extra dues. But yeah.
Who the fuck is Big Cat? You know who this is?
The Big Cat was this guy. His name was, I want to say his name was Damon something, but he kind of looked like Goldberg. He had the bald, the bald jacked. He really loved Goldberg and Triple H. Those are his two big influences in wrestling. And he was extremely, extremely cool guy. I love the Big Cat. I miss the Big Cat. not the greatest aptitude for wrestling, but he tried very hard. Just, you know.
Well, I got to.
You can't just call yourself the big cat and expect to get a job. Like, there's already been Ernie Ladd and some, you know, like you can't just say that.
Well, that's him.
Yep, that's him.
My God. Hey, look at Von Lilas.
Von Lilas. Yeah.
And there's the big cat Ernie Ladd. So that's the problem right there.
Yeah, you can't do that. But yeah, man, I love that guy. He was so cool, so nice.
Good for him. Aw.
Tried his best.
So you actually liked somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, relatively, you know.
Sure. Why not?
I didn't wish him happy birthday either, so don't feel too bad.
Whatever. Let me go back. Let me fast forward real quick. It says 2009 CMLL. Oh God, I'm not gonna read all this shit. Negro Casas. Yeah, Negros Casas won 2 out of 3 falls. I don't know who the fuck. I'm gonna fast forward this shit. I don't fucking who. Let me see who is this. Where is this? Negros. Oh, it keeps fucking moving. All right, it says here. Where is this? Against Místico to win the CMLL welterweight championship.
Místico.
The
same Místico that wrestles today.
It would have to be, right? Makes sense. 2009, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that's him.
Místico. In 2010, new WrestleFest X1V, whatever the fuck that is, took place at Mid Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. In the opening show, Matt Taven outlasted Brian Anthony. Don't know who that is. Jason Blade, Mike Bennett.
Tall Ace Austin with Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
That's what you meant to say.
Mike Bennett and Paul London in a 5-way elimination match in fucking 2010. Let's fast forward. At JAPW. The fuck is JAPW? New Jersey Pro Wrestling? Anyway.
I don't know.
Charlie Haas. Huh?
Is it Jersey All Pro?
Yeah, it's Jersey All Pro. That's what it was.
Okay.
Charlie Haas defeated Devin Moore for the Jersey Pro Wrestling state title. 2012, again, at this is AJPW. Love Regyu, Volume 14, Tokyo, Japan, in front of 9,000 people. You were probably watching this live, right, man? Manubu Soya and Takeo Omori beat Dark Cuervo and Dark Oz.
I can't help you there.
Shigeru Iri defeated Kenny Omega at DDT Judgment in Tokyo, Japan to become the KOD Openweight Champion. Anything ring a bell? We're almost done.
What was the name? Is Ogiri? Was that like a doll or a 9-year-old girl?
It says Shigehiro Iri defeated Kenny Omega.
The doll they have there has a name. I don't think that's it. So I don't know.
I don't know, brother. But I'll tell you what, in 2017, the finals of the New Japan Pro Wrestling New Japan Cup. Now I know you were watching this.
I did watch this.
All right, were held at Nagogaka Arena.
Is this is the one did Shibata win this one?
Well, the tournament was ultimately won by Katsuhiro Shibata after defeating Bad Luck Fale by pinfall. What happened here? What happened here?
Oh, Shibata won. And then he challenged Okada for the IWGP Championship, and that's when he headbutted Okada and got that hematoma in his head and was out of wrestling for years.
Well, this is the last entry here. This is 2019. It says at an OVW taping in Louisville, Kentucky, Dimes outlasted Adam Revolver. We know him. Amon, Drew Hernandez, Matt Vine, Nigel Winters in a gauntlet match to win the OVW Heavyweight Champion. Do you know anybody here that I just said except for Revolver?
Nope.
I don't know who Drew Hernandez is. Never heard of Matt Vine. Nigel Winters, never heard of that guy.
Are any of those guys even still there? This is only 5 years ago.
don't know. I don't know. But I'll tell you what. It is birthday time. She says, what does it say? Adam was on Wrestlers. What the fuck is that? Wrestlers? Anyway.
The show, the Netflix show.
Oh, the Netflix show. If you want to wish Sting a happy birthday, it's Sting's birthday today, born 1959. Yes, he's still wrestling. Well, he just retired. 1959. I want you to take a look at what the world was like in 1959. How much a cup of coffee cost. Homicide. I love Homicide, bro. 1977. He was born today, March 20th. I'm going to go wish him a happy birthday. Jeff Parker. You know Jeff Parker? Neither do I. 1984. Find out who he is. Matt Taven was born in 1985, March 20th. Jonathan Gresham. 1988.
The Octopus. And
last but not least, Koji Iwamoto, born 1990. Do you know who that is?
1990? No.
Yeah. Says here he's 34 years old. Let me see. Independent circuit. All Japan Pro Wrestling, 2016 and 2021. Pro DDT Wrestling. No, doesn't ring a bell, the kid? Nah, fuck him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was this day in professional wrestling history. But guess what time it is? Time to go to talk some NXT. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is NXT, March 19th, 2024. We're going to break it down, ladies and gentlemen. We are 2 weeks away from Stand and Deliver Wrestlemania weekend. And we're going to have probably a bullshit fill-in show next week. But neither here nor there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the fill-in show before the fill-in show. So, with that being said, take it away, Vet.
All right. I'm taking it away.
Please,
Goodbye,
far
everyone.
away.
Yep.
And that's the
See you
show
later.
today, ladies and gentlemen.
No, we're going to start off strong.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You know why? Because we have Dark Roxanne.
Dark.
In action. With a new evil ponytail.
She's got a hot ponytail and it's evil.
Yeah, it's evil.
Mm-hmm.
And she's taking on Paxum Taylor.
Dark
Usually
Paxum.
dark.
She's always dark.
Yeah, she's always been dark, except for when she first came out. But now she's extra dark.
No, she's super dark with a blue streak. No, wait, who has the blue streak in her hair? It's Dark Roxanne.
Dark Roxanne has a blue streak.
She has a blue streak. We should do the whole podcast this way, dark.
I mean, if it's dark, we'll do it.
We can do it. Dark.
But you can't really talk like that when you're talking about Sol Ruka because she's
No, she's not. She's
opposite
light.
dark,
Yeah,
so.
she's soul, sun.
Yeah,
right.
Soul. Yeah, sun.
Soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway,
Yeah.
They had a match, Ray.
Good match.
It was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I liked it.
The good part about Dark Roxanne is that
Roxanne.
as
Or
a
shorts.
heel,
Oh,
well, as a heel, she gets to work differently than we've seen her. So
right. I like it.
Yeah, so even though, the character work is still questionable, but like the ring work is much,
She's more aggressive, stiffer, more of a ground and
Remember when
pound.
she just clubbed Paxum right on the back and it was like, pow! And
I like
everybody's
that part.
Jesus.
I like that part.
Yeah,
Paxum's really good, man. I think she's very, very
getting
good.
better. Well, some of her shit looked sorry in this match. Though,
Yeah,
like when
but
she was trying to kick her, it was like that. There was like a 3-hit offensive flurry, and it looked like she was just like pawing it. It wasn't great. Yeah, like the Cody and Rock slapping each other.
Yeah. But still, I thought this was a really, really good match, man, between the two girls. So
Yeah,
good for them.
match. Ends with the pop crossface. I think we'll call it now, where she just forgoes the pin and goes directly into the punishing submission hold.
So she should. Dark. It's very dark with blue streak.
And then she gets on the mic and she calls out Ava and says, like, give me my belt.
Mm-hmm.
But Lyra comes out.
My dark belt. I'm sorry.
Dark belt. And then Lyra comes out and she's like, no.
She's like, no, suck
I'm
it.
going to fight you instead.
Mm-hmm. Bad move.
At least they didn't have the ambulance drop her back off from like the previous.
She had a sling on, dude.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. It doesn't matter. Basically, Dark Roxanne just beats up everybody. She kicks the shit out of Lyra, and then Paxum tries to come back and help, and she gets beat up again.
Dumbass.
Not dark enough.
Not dark. One arm. She only had one arm. One dark arm. So stupid. We have to do stuff like this to make this show entertaining, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Yeah, Well, this was the good part, and then everything else from here, we'll see.
Yeah.
A Metaphor meets the Alpha Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And Otis says that he's jelly of Trick Willie.
I fucking love Otis.
Otis.
I want to hang out with that dude, bro.
Yeah, he's probably
a good fucking dude to hang out with. Have a couple of, well, I was gonna say a couple of beers, but a couple of cases of beers, yeah. Mm-hmm. And pizza. He looks like he eats pizza.
Yeah.
But not too much because he's still watching this. He's lost some weight. He looks a little like trimmer and stronger. Not as round and rotund.
Training,
Oh. Is it kind of like the scholarship championship gimmick? Same kind of school?
No, nothing like that.
Got it.
All right. All right. Oba walks, and then Lyra's in the trainer's room, and Ava's there, and Lyra says, "Make the match for Stand and Deliver." So Ava's like, "Okay, I will make the match."
Mm-hmm. Ava seems to be more comfortable in her role. I'll put that out.
Does she? She seems the same to me. I think you guys just wanted to roast her for some reason.
I want her to succeed.
With her foul-mouthed dad.
Maybe I'm watching
her.
it. Maybe I'm watching it through.
Dad, you're embarrassing me. Instagram. Ugh.
Maybe I'm watching it through Big Vito Versace glasses.
Oh, dark. Does it make things dark?
Dark glasses. Hold on, let me do the smoke. Hold on. Dark.
I like it.
Did that work?
Mm-hmm.
That's my new gimmick.
I kind of feel like you should be in a match with a kendo stick for no.
No.
reason.
No, thank you.
Okay. So the guys at the desk are trying to say something. Booker and
excuse me,
and the guy,
yeah, the
Vic.
tall guy, Vic Joseph.
Guy Vic, his girlfriend's fired.
Oh,
yeah, and then Josh Briggs interrupts them.
Yeah.
To call out Oba.
Yeah.
And then Oba comes out, and they says a couple things, and then Dijak comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, he called him.
He says a couple things. So.
Didn't he call him? What did he call him? Shaft.
Yeah, there was a weird thing he did. He tried to make a Shaft joke.
He's like, I'm white, not black.
Yeah, Dijak says, like Samuel L. Jackson. Like, no respect for Richard Roundtree, I guess.
Right? When you think of Shaft, I didn't think of Samuel L. Jackson. I thought of Shaft.
Right.
Who is the man who has NXT's massive plan? Shaft. Shut your mouth, Rock. Watch your mouth.
Talking about shit. You fucking shitting me.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Hey. So, yeah. So what do you? So are you excited for another garbage match with Dijak and a bunch of furniture and?
I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm one of the minority. I like Dijak. I like the guy.
Obviously.
I like
Vito
Dijak.
knew it. He got you the glasses.
You got me the Dijak glasses, brother.
Did you heavily hint to Vito that, like, man, you know who's my favorite wrestler?
He knew.
He knew?
He knew in his heart.
Okay.
By the way, if you're ever in Florida, go to Mama Romano's. It's in Poinciana, Florida. Holy shit. The food over there. Do you like clams?
I don't not like clams.
You ever have clams aragonata? With a little breading on it?
I don't think so.
These fucking things, you put them in your mouth and they just slid off. The little fucking muscles in there were like butter. Like butter. Excellent food.
You suggest that Don move his operations into this restaurant?
I would say, and we met the owner knew Vito. You have to definitely go there. Go there, the Don, the whole family. Fuck it. Bring the Russian mob with the fucking champ. Check it out, guys. It's really good. Anyway.
All right. Well, you might, whether you want to or not, you might also bring Joe Gacy because he might show up creeping around just like he did under Sean Spears' chair or whatever here.
Again, I like Joe Gacy.
All right. You like Frazium?
I like them. I like them as a
They're
tag
coming
team. They're like a superhero tag team. The Flash and whatever the fuck this guy is supposed to be.
Yeah. Power Ranger.
Sure.
Mello arrives.
Oh, boy.
They're going to say that the match with Trick is official for Stand and Deliver. And then we get the No Quarter Catch crew versus Frazium. But who's it going to be? It's going to be Dempsey and Bourne.
Oh. It's not going to be, what's his name?
Nope. Or what's his name?
Okay.
It's going to be what's their names?
Damon Kemp.
That's right. It's not him.
No.
He has not been chosen once since they started doing this gimmick.
Wait, Dijak's supposed to be a villain? No. And you are not the king of 2K24, Mr. Aaron Ben Shlomo. I challenge you online. We're going to follow each other. I'm going to fight you.
Yeah. Do it. I'm going to stick your son on him.
Oh, Aiden's fucking good at that game.
Okay. So. Yeah, so do you have any thoughts on this match? Because I kind of like missed the whole thing.
What match?
Tag team.
You missed this match?
I mean, I saw parts of it, but I couldn't really get the flow of it from start to finish.
It was a contrast. What was it? What was the story they were trying to tell? It was a contrast.
I feel like they went to a break for a long part
They
of
did.
It.
They did go to a break. So it was a contrast match. So basically, you had the mat wrestlers versus the high flyers. These guys were going 100 miles a minute. Axiom, whatever they Fraxium, whatever they called. They were going 1,000 miles a minute, but it was clean. It was crisp. It was actually this was a really solid. I thought it was a solid tag team match between the two guys. I thought double teams were good. There was good in-ring psychology between the two teams. The ground wrestlers were able to stop the high flyers and slow the match down, and that's pretty much where this worked its way out. But Axiom, they go over, man. They win by pinfall. They hit the Phoenix Splash, and it was a good match. It was a good match. Miles Bourne took the pin, so I will go back and watch it. But now they're part of that number one contenders. What is it?
They're adding the winners of these tag team matches to this. Probably some kind of a fucked up schmoz.
It's going to be like a 4-way, a 3-way, or 4-way. I guess we'll figure it out.
Wait.
Next week.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It's weird. They could have had. Did Axiom like kind of wrestle the wrestlers a little bit because he could wrestle?
He did. He did. Like I said,
do that a little bit.
But it was quick chain wrestling. The other kid was just fucking running the ropes at 1,000 miles a minute, like Braun Breaker.
He's trying to make that his gimmick. That's probably why he dressed like the Flash all the damn time.
Ooh, he was fast. But for some reason, and he's super fast. But Braun Breaker, man, that guy, whew, scary. Remember when he almost killed himself and took his head off on the ropes?
A
couple weeks ago.
A couple of times, I think.
No, that was the first time I saw it. But anyway. But I thought it was a good match. It's one match that you can go back and enjoy. I think not too bad. A little long.
I will definitely not do that.
Okay.
But who did catch somebody was Anonymous. Caught Robert Stone yelling at Von Wagner for carrying him like a baby. Those are his words.
Well,
he said that on television. You carried me like a baby, Von.
He kind of did.
He did.
He kind of made him look like a bitch.
He did.
So is this going to be a Robert Stone heel turn?
I guess. Can you believe that this, after all the bullshit that Robert Stone went through for Von Wagner, like this would be the thing?
This is it.
Like this is why this shit is so terrible. You got to kind of be in for life at this point, right?
He's like, come on, Stone.
Yeah, you're bringing him over to play with your kids and shit.
I was helping you.
Yeah.
He's like, no, Von.
You can't carry me like a baby, Von.
You carry me the way I carry my kids into bed. I bet you Von.
And then he was like, you know your wife carries your kids.
Oh,
it's like, oh God.
Eesh.
Yeah.
Vaughn, do you think Vaughn will be carrying his wife, Robert Stone's wife?
No.
No.
I don't think Vaughn has any sort of thoughts like that whatsoever.
This is wrestling. What do you think? He's like an innocent child, a man child?
Right. Yeah. He doesn't even. Sol Ruka enters with
Mhm.
shoes. She has shoes now.
Smart.
Even
Injury-
though that's not why she got injured, but
I mean, you don't think being barefoot kind of causes like a certain balance issue on the mat?
it could. But
Could've-
I mean, she obviously tried it for quite a while and
I mean,
had
it's
no
gonna-
problem with it.
It's going to add to her stability. You don't think?
Matt Riddle likes it.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. Matt Riddle's awesome. He's gonna be hopefully working with our boys Ben Hameen over at what's the gimmick called again?
Ravens joint.
Ravens joint. Yes, they got to get Raven. I mean, like, hello.
So I was like, I don't really smoke weed, but it's a nice place.
I like it. It's all right. That's a good Raven. He did a good Raven. That's actually very accurate.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I haven't worked on it at all. Maybe I will now. I'll
You should.
practice my Raven.
Do your Raven.
Kelly's with the Wolf Dogs, and
Mhm.
Alpha Academy shows up here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they want.
Oh, yeah. So now-
with the Wolf Dogs.
So now they want to get down with this fatal 4-way gimmick. Or it's supposed to be a 3-way, isn't it? Is it now going to be a 4-way? Who knows? But if they beat the champions next week, they're in.
I'm quite confused, but
Me too.
I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just keep watching, and then whatever happens will happen.
Well, that's why we're going to watch next week, folks. So you don't have to.
Yeah. So Brinley Reese
Mm-hmm.
comes out with the Idris and Malik. She's going to take on Sol Ruka with shoes.
Don't we already have Brinley Reese at home?
Yeah. Well, she would be the Thea Hale at home, right?
Yeah, Thea Hale at home.
Yeah. This is like, mommy, I want Thea Hale. And she says, we have Thea Hale at home, and it's Brinley Reese,
Yeah, it's Brinley Reese.
the knockoff.
Mm.
So yeah, the match happens. Soul Snatcher, of course. And the funny part of this was as the guys carried Reese out of there, she gave a thumbs up. Like, good job beating me. That was nice.
She's good. She's good. She's very good.
I mean, she's not good, but her character, she gets it, even though it's a ripoff, but whatever. Anyway, Blair Davenport attacks Sol Ruka.
Fucking bitch.
She
How dare
just
she?
came back. Just let her breathe. Their new shoes.
Nope.
She just stole her shoes like a street
Like in the hood.
altercation where
Sure.
just beat her up and take her shoes.
Throw them up in the Solo Sokoa lights. Have them hanging off the lights.
Extra power if you put those shoes back on.
You don't want to do that. Just saying. Anyway.
The family walks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're on their way to that restaurant you were talking about.
Mama Romano's.
No, they're on their way.
Poinciana, Florida. Oh, sorry.
Gigi and Ren have a little chat, and then Ariana Grace comes in, and she's like, hey, you lost this match, so you have to do the things, and here's a present. And she gives her a sash that says like Miss NXT in training. Is that what it says? Or runner up? Or
It's in training. This is something they've done 1,000 times in wrestling. 1,000 times. This is, we're taking the downturn here, because this is like, listen, I understand that wrestling just recycles storylines, but this is something that they've done so many times. We know how this is going to go. So I am not.
but maybe this time.
Hey, maybe this time Gigi totally changes and becomes just like Ariana Grace, and they become lifelong friends and continue this friendship until they both enter the WWE Hall of Fame eventually. They'll induct
Can you
each
imagine
other.
that?
They'll induct each other.
That'd be great.
I'll be long
And
dead.
As long as Ariana Grace knows to accentuate certain areas of Gigi's
She's got to show
overall
the butt cheeks.
presentation,
What?
let's say.
Yeah. Gotta bring the butt cheeks back out. I'm sorry, and I'm not talking like a pig Ray, as they used to call me back in the day. I'm talking as, this is what guys are paying for. You want to see Gigi Dolan's butt cheeks?
You're paying for NXT?
Well, you pay for cable or internet, so technically you are paying for NXT.
I see.
And if you're like, oh, I watch it on my phone, well, you're paying for your phone plan.
Mm-hmm.
One way or another, ladies and gentlemen, you are paying to watch NXT. Go ahead, Vet.
That's right. That's how they should sell it to you. Like whenever Verizon or T-Mobile is trying to get you to switch, or even Ryan Reynolds with Mint, he should say, "Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds, Mint Mobile, and don't you know that paying for this $15 a month plan will get you Gigi Dolan's ass?"
Yes, and NXT,
and NXT,
and
the rest of NXT.
Ass.
But who needs that? So speaking of, I don't know. There's no transition. It's Ridge Holland on Instagram. What did he say?
Ridge Holland?
Yeah. What the fuck did he say?
He said something along the lines of, let me see what he says, that I have to be honest with myself. I'm going to do what everybody wants me to do. Yeah.
Which is what?
I don't know.
Retire?
Leave.
Yeah.
He's going to leave. Yes. Hold on. Yes. 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 Ridge Holland officially retires, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Okay, well, the family finally made their way to the ring. They were dressed nice, except for old Roadkill head.
Yes, Elizabeth. I'm Ridge. I suck. I'm out. That was it.
Why didn't I just ask her? So yeah, they're in the ring, and then Dragunov interrupts them by being on the screen, and then Tony just shouts him down.
A more serious Tony D'Angelo. Again, dressed as he should. He's looking more and more like a mob boss. All he's got to do is shave that fucking goofy beard and cut off that goddamn ponytail.
Yep.
I swear. Maybe he can... Listen, what if he just leaves the mustache? The mob bosses that have... Remember, they're clean shaven like this. You can have a mustache in the mob. You're supposed to be clean shaven. Keep the mustache, cut off the ponytail. What do you think? Get the Versace glasses from Big Vito? Honestly, I'm not saying it because he's my friend or anything like that. But I genuinely could see Vito being like kind of like a off the air fucking like a advisor or some shit like that. Just throwing it out there for anybody that watches that's writing for NXT right now. I'm not trying to get my buddy a job or anything like that. He's doing pretty well, but I think he'd be fun. A fun throwback. So, just putting it out there.
I mean, more so than Stacks anyway.
Hell yeah.
Todd Brantley says, so when is the family going to turn heel? Asking for a friend. Well, Todd, they never turn face.
Yeah.
From the moment Tony D'Angelo debuted, people have cheered for him because Italians are a meme.
Well, no. Mafia's a meme. Like that
No,
version.
Italians.
Oh, man.
Italians and the Mafia and everything. They're all memes. Everything Italian is a meme.
He said that, not me.
Yeah.
I respect my Italian brothers and sisters.
Well, so do I, but I'm just talking about all the disrespectful youth out there that have this emoji on everything. And
hey, gabagool.
Yeah, they're just gonna cheer. They're just gonna cheer this because it's ridiculous. They're like ironically cheering for it. They never technically were baby faces. They were always supposed to have been heels. So yeah, they cheer them because they like spaghetti and pizza.
Who doesn't?
Mamma mia.
Hey.
That's all. They're not, whatever. So, speaking of baby faces, Thea Hale. She makes up with Riley Osborne just by being herself. So they put the past behind them, and Thea was herself. And then Chase U makes their entrance because Riley has a cup match coming.
Yes, sir.
And then my feed cut something off here, and it looked like for a brief second it was like a post on X from Lola. Was it Lola?
It was Lola Vice and
about Carmen?
It was something between Carmen Petrovic.
Ooh.
Making fun of her. So we're gonna do
get to see what's better between karate and Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
You know what's gonna happen, right, Vet?
What's gonna happen?
They're gonna rehash that stupid fake MMA fight between fucking God damn, what's her name? That from the UFC that wrestled WWE. Ronda Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one? The big tough looking girl, the broad with the black eye paint. Anybody?
Shayna Baszler?
Shayna Baszler. Remember they did that fucking MMA match? Oh. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do.
With one important difference.
What?
Karate.
Oh. Oh. No.
Hey, did you hear that Shayna's going to work that GCW Bloodsport?
Good for her. Good for her. She's still with WWE?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if everybody remembers, for years that I've been coming on here and other shows and basically all over this platform saying
all over,
WWE just needs to stop being stupid, and if they don't have anything better for some of their talent, let them loan them out to other companies.
That's
I
a
said
great
this.
idea.
You all remember when I said it?
I remember.
And now it's happening.
Not only that,
So
but
anybody that had shit to say back then,
oh shit,
what do you got to say now?
Ha! You were wrong, assholes. But they're also mentioning. Remember, you had Booker T. He's like, yeah, the IWGP and the fucking, you know, he mentioned all these titles and shit. They're mentioning other companies again. It makes sense. It makes sense. I never understood why WWE wanted you to fucking forget that these guys were TNA champions, or that, you know, it adds to the fucking mystique of your wrestlers. Fuck it. Mention AEW. Mention whatever the fuck they wrestled. It makes sense, man. You can't have these fucking people coming into your organization. Look at this fresh baby face. He's like fucking 40. Like they did with Bobby Roode when he came in. This young up and comer. I'm glad they're doing it now.
Yeah, 40 years old Bobby Roode showing up randomly.
Who's this guy? Who is this man? Remember back in the day? Who is this man? We know who fucking Harley Race is when he made his debut. The King. Get the fucking break.
Oh my.
Why is he the king? I don't know. He's won championships all over the world. But they won't mention where. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, now they will, maybe.
Hopefully.
I mean, baby steps. Obviously, and there's going to be AEW people working that show. And I believe Nick Nemeth is going to work that show. So you're going to have multiple companies under one roof. I mean, this is how it starts.
Sure. That's a good idea. I mean,
nobody's saying Roman Reigns has to go work fucking GCW with Joey Janela. Nobody's saying that. But, I mean, if there's going to be people that need something to do, it's cool. Like, I think it should just be no different than the way the territories used to be. I think that's a good way to sort of expand and grow the entire pro wrestling business.
What's that kid? What's his Shush? What's his name?
Gable.
You can have Gable fucking win an independent championship belt. You know, make some extra money. You know, help that little indie, you know, gain a house. It's believable that he can win. I mean, the guy just almost beat fucking Gunther. Why can't he win your independent title? Loan him out. Absolutely, bro. Whoever said that you were wrong was dumb, because they don't understand what the territories were like back in the day. That's what they did. Everybody made money. It was good for everyone. So,
yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, I would love to see it. But we got this match to talk about, the Heritage Cup title
we're going to see the Heritage Cup match. Riley Osborne versus, who's it going to be? You know, there's rules in place. You never know which one of these guys. It could even be one of the two guys that already wrestled tonight. It could be, what's his name?
Damon Kemp. But it wasn't.
Well, it wasn't him. It was Drew Gulak.
No,
it was
it's all right.
So
Yeah.
Round by round results. Round 1.
Ding ding.
Riley Osborne hits a shooting star press on Drew Gulak for a 1-2-3. He's up 1-0.
Unbelievable.
Quite quickly. Round 2. Now this was kind of cool. Riley went for a leapfrog and Drew just sort of caught him in a sunset flip roll up and got a 1-2-3. And then as soon as they both got up, he cheap shotted him.
Yes, as so you should.
As so you should. And Chase, you stormed the ring in protest. Like Thea was like, "Oh, let me at him. Let me at him.
I'll splat him."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then they went to break and there was no picture-in-picture for some reason. Which they always do picture-in-picture during cup matches, but in this one they were like, nah, fuck it. So round 3. Apparently during the break, RBB and Jasmine came out.
Rick Vickery?
No, RBB.
Oh.
Reptilian Britt Baker.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Her and Jasmine. They came out during the break, but also in round 3, time expired as Riley was caught in a dragon sleeper, but he held on. He did not give up to the dragon sleeper.
It was close.
It was close. And then in round 4, for some strange reason,
what?
Britt Baker runs interference, and while the referee's distracted,
Reptilian Britt Baker,
and then Riley's gonna try to superplex Drew off the top, and then Jasmine grabs his ankle.
Why would she do that?
Drew falls on top of him. They come crashing down. 1, 2, 3. Still your Heritage Cup champion, the entire 4 guys. And that's it. So now there's some serious heat with Thea's former friends.
Jasmine looks good in that dress, brother. I tell you that. That little mini skirt number. Whew, that's a good looking woman.
Todd Brantley says, so Reptilian Britt Baker still not hot, or have we changed our minds about it? I have not. I'm saying not hot. I bet Frank's loves her. Frank's Pickleberry House loves Reptilian Britt Baker.
Yeah. I'll leave that one alone.
Okay. So, but for me, that's going to be a thumbs down, Todd, for me.
Yeah. She ain't, I don't know. I could see there is something there, but she's not my cup of tea. Just saying.
So Fallon Henley tries to talk to Brooks Jensen in the parking lot.
Didn't work out well.
What was they talking about? I don't know. There was
why you? He's like, I'm gonna leave. You guys have everything all figured out. You know, you're a women's title contender. My other boy's gonna be a North American champion. Me, look at me with my stupid haircut. I tell you, he's got to fucking change. He's got to. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. Well, Kalani Jordan comes up and she's like, "Hey, they kicked my ass last week.
She was pissed.
Let's go get them."
She was upset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she want to beat Izzy Dame's ass.
Yep. And then the Good Brothers make an entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And then Duke and Thea go see Ava Rain in the office, and she's like, "Let me at her, let me at her." And she's like, "Okay, I'll let you at her next week.
You will splat her."
Yeah, and Duke is like, "All right, see you later." And she's like, "Not so fast, Duke. If you do something next week, you may have an opportunity at a North American Championship or something."
Good
I was
for
like,
Duke.
Why is she talking like this? But
maybe that's the way her dad wanted her to talk. I don't know.
Yeah. Duke tried to leave and she's like, "Are you fucking shitting me?"
Oh, good times.
Yeah. All right. Good Brothers versus Hank and Tank, or Step Brothers. Should we call them Step Brothers?
Listen. Yes, we should call them the Step Brothers. I like
Brothers
that.
versus Step Brothers. All right. Got it.
Yeah. Brother, say what you will about Hank and Tank. I continue to say I love those guys as a tag team. It's a shame that the crowd wasn't behind them as much as they should have been, but I'll tell you why. There was no chance Hank and Tank were going to win this match. No chance. They gave up a good fight. They fought a good fight. I thought they gave them one hell of a match between these two. This was a solid tag team match between two teams or whatever, but two hard-hitting teams. I'll tell you what, man, Hank and Tank, if they can still be a little comedy, but if they give these kids a couple of wins, I could see people getting behind them, but it's just, you know, their characters, they haven't won shit. You're not gonna put them in the fucking ring with former, as Booker T said, former multiple time TNA champion.
They're the out the mud of white people, is what you're saying.
New Japan Pro Wrestling champion. Shucky ducky quack quack. So it's just, you know, when you watch a match like this, I can't get fully invested because I know there is absolutely no fucking chance in hell that Hank and Tank are gonna go to the three-way gimmick at, you know, No Way Out, whatever the fuck the pay-per-view is. What is it? No Surrender. What is it? God damn it.
No Retreat, No Surrender.
That thing. Good movie, by the way.
Yeah.
When Bruce Lee comes back in spirit to
The
teach
ghost
that
of
kid
Bruce
how to.
Lee trains the kid to beat up Russian Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yes. So Carl worked in a nice chin lock here.
Very good chin lock.
Their gimmick. But in the end, you know, like you said, they killed Tank's magic. So
no way they were coming back.
All right. Kelly's with Trick Williams, the star of the show. And he's saying a bunch of stuff. And then like they start to cut to Metaphor's entrance, and then they cut right back because they were like, oops, not time for that yet. And then Trick says like one more thing, and then they go to Metaphor's entrance. How weird was that?
That was weird. It was probably a mistake.
Oh, do you think?
I think so. I'm not a professional, so I don't know.
Well. All right.
Just saying.
Okay. Dark Roxanne.
Dark.
It's TMZ.
Dark. She's in a dark parking lot. Mm-hmm. Did she shower when she left? She was wearing the same shit.
Sometimes you're just so dark, you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Shower at home.
I get you. Dark.
She probably lives in Florida. It's probably just a few minutes away. You don't need to take a shower at the building.
I tell you, Vet, the weather over there in March was perfect.
It was nice.
Oh, it was like high 80s, like 86 during the day, hot,
gross,
but breezy. And at night, it would drop down to like 70. Beautiful.
Humid?
Not at all.
Not really. Okay.
Not at all. Right. It's only humid there from fucking maybe July to like the end of August. That's when it's really, really hot that you walk on and just start sweating.
It's only there humid from the beginning of the year to the end of the year.
Nah, dude, it's not like that all year round. Yo, Florida's beautiful during the winter and the spring and the fall. It's just the summer, like that's the hot summer months. It can be unbearable.
Not worth it. Kiana and Izzy meet up with JC and Jasmine. You know, a little heel meeting, and then they get beat up.
Okay.
Kiana and Izzy get beat up by Filani.
Filani is what you call him?
Why not?
Why not?
It's easy to just combine names, right?
Filani. Sounds like a fucking Italian dish. Hey, order the Filani.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's fresh.
Yeah,
fresh Filani.
Hey.
Medium
Broad's
5.
Doing?
Hey, give me the double gold. A little Filani on the side. How you doing?
How you doing?
I think medium 5 passed out. I haven't seen him.
He might have.
I love you, buddy.
All right. Main event. Main event time.
Yes, we're here.
Versus Noam Dar.
Mm-hmm.
They have a match.
What did you think of this match, Vet?
If I told you this was another match that I kind of didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to.
I mean.
Except for one thing.
What?
I didn't want to.
Oh.
No, actually, I did want to, but I was like, I had to watch it on fast forward, so I didn't get to fully appreciate the flavor of it. It'd be like just chugging a glass of wine instead of letting it breathe and all this other stuff. So
smelling it.
So yeah, I saw what happened in the match, but I didn't get to appreciate it. What did you think?
Oh, I thought Noam Dar showed that Noam Dar is a fucking good wrestler.
Yeah, we knew that.
Noam Dar showed against a much bigger guy who's much more over at this point in juncture that he can be in the ring with this guy and put together a believable match. Like I watched this match, I said, "Fuck." I'm serious, guys. I watched this match. I said, "God damn, Noam Dar." I could see him as a North American champion. Like the kid has everything you need except size, but it didn't really matter. It didn't really matter this match.
Again, he wouldn't be the same if he was 6'3", 230. Right, it would not be the same character. He needs to be small for this to work.
Excellent. I thought Noam Dar was very good in this match. Very fucking good. And he didn't play a chicken shit heel at all. He went in there. He was tough as fuck. Trick Williams had a problem with him. You know, in character, the match, he had a problem with him, and I liked it. I thought it went well. And of course, you know, the others cheated.
Yeah, metaphor. Yeah, always on the outside doing something.
They're gonna get involved.
Lash jumped up.
You think Lash is gonna be like, "Come over here, let me suck that," you know? But she didn't. She went to hit him, but she wants some of that. You know, you could tell, but she's still loyal to her friends. So you have to love her more for that. Love the outfit she was wearing, very form fitting. And Trick Williams, man, hits that trick shot, which is the jumping knee. Yep,
I did have that written down. Trick shot.
Did you?
Right there on my. Yep. And so, yeah, even though I think that possibly, now I did see that perhaps maybe a little bit of Noam Dar's leg was under the rope, so maybe he has a bitch on this one, but I don't know if that was just coincidence or not.
It was probably coincidence, but very good, because I thought with Legend being right there by his foot that she could have grabbed the foot and pulled it further out of the ring.
Yeah, and I thought she would have.
Me too. So then you and I were both
be...
seeing the same shit.
Yeah.
It could be a thing like, why didn't you pull my foot out? Why didn't you help? You were right there. Anyway. So maybe there's a reason they did it.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Maybe.
Or maybe we're thinking too deep into it. It was just
maybe we're thinking too deep, because usually when they do stuff like that, it's always like way over the top, that they oversell everything they're trying to do. But maybe they're trying to be a little more subtle. Who knows? Whatever.
Agreed.
That's not the important part. The important part is that Trick Williams calls out Carmelo Hayes, and his goons come out, and the goons surround the ring.
The goons.
And then you got Carmelo Hayes. Clearly it's Carmelo Hayes in the entrance making his entrance. Or is it because Hayes was a goon all along, and he takes the mask off, and they all kick the shit out of Trick Williams.
They kicked the shit out of They sure did.
Was nowhere to be seen.
And he hit him with that fucking jumping knee. So it's going to be knee versus knee.
Yeah. It's like a martial arts movie. Like, who has the best knee technique? Maybe Trick can get the ghost of
Bruce Lee,
Tong Po, to teach him how to throw a knee.
Possibly. Well, I mean, looking back, it wasn't horrible. This fucking show, actually.
I think we had more fun with it than we did watching it.
Well, let me see. Let me think. The first match was good, right?
Good.
Got Roxanne Perez. Good first match. Yeah, dark match. Then you had
TV, but it was dark.
The Frazier match with the quarter cash crew was a good match.
Yeah. Well, I'll take your word for that.
Briley Reese versus Sol Ruka.
That was just a hey, look who's back with shoes doing her move that everybody likes. That's really what that was. It wasn't like a real match.
Gulak Osborne, I liked it. Solid. Good brothers. Hank and Tank. I'm a fan of Hank and Tank, so I enjoyed it.
There's the comment king. Look.
What'd he say?
I need to see this match. Brilliant. And Bobo saying high knee battle.
Yeet. That gets to eat. Let me see. Noam Dar versus Trick Williams. Again, I really enjoyed it. So, I mean, I enjoyed most of the show. The fill-in stuff, not so much at times. The Tony D'Angelo promo, okay.
Cut your hair.
He's a more serious. Cut your hair, please. Cut your hair, shave the beard, grow in the mustache. See how that works out.
Ariana should give all them a makeover. She's got probably more Italian blood than Stacks.
Thank you, artist. Well, anyway, this was a good show. I'm talking about our show.
Yeah, our show.
This was solid show. Back in New York, the anxiety's back, so awesome for me. Can't wait to go back to work Friday, but I'm only working one day, Friday. Then I'll be off Saturday because I'm going to the New York Knicks game with JB. Yes, JB from the Pro Wrestling Reflection, Haved. You don't PWC Networks. No.
Congratulations.
He's coming
Who
from.
do you get to see the Knicks whoop up on in the Garden?
They're gonna play the New Jersey Nets of Brooklyn.
Oh, was this just a coincidence, or did you really want to see this?
I just want to see the Knicks play live, brother. Fortunately for me, his wife, JB's wife, fucking hates basketball, hates sports in general. And he's like, look, I'm coming from Florida. I'm going to New York. You know, you're a diehard Knicks fan. I would love you to come to the game. How much is the ticket? It's on my wife. 8 rows back behind the fucking basket. I'm excited. Anyway, veteran, what you got going on, buddy?
Well, you can find me at Opinion Haver on all of your favorite platforms, social media or otherwise. And you can find me on Monday nights at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern live with Brandon for the Impact Attack, where we talk about TNA wrestling. Yes, they still exist for now.
They do.
And you know, so we do our best to showcase Moose on that show, and we do our best. Then every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern with Jimmy T. It is after the collision we sift through
the wreckage,
and you know, that's a fun one. You know, little AE-dub. Get to talk about that, but Jimmy,
it's not fun.
It's pretty fun. It's at least as fun as NXT.
Oh, your show is fun.
Yeah, our show. We have a lot of fun on the show.
Yeah, your show is good.
Yeah. Look, if you guys don't care about AEW or don't care about TNA, that's beside the point. The point is, I am featured on these programs. So you want more me.
Oh.
I might talk about other things that aren't those things. Maybe at the start, maybe at the end, maybe in the middle. A lot of fun. You know, check it out. Don't let the supposed content of a review show fool you. You'll have just a wonderful time. Ooh, that's a bigger job as an Iron Mike Sharp, huh? Interesting. So yeah, there's that, and besides those shows, and of course this show, which you already know about, you can check out Wrestling with Rip Rogers. If perhaps I'm a Rip Rogers guy, and he's the guy Rip Rogers.
Yeah.
So check out his live Q&A every Friday at their concrete time of 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And if you follow the channel, if you subscribe to the channel, then you'll also see that Rip has been doing little 20-minute videos about stories from the territories. You know, that thing that wrestling should go back to a little bit.
Yep.
So he's already done Portland. He's already done Mid-South. He's done Florida. So just keep on following along for some great stories that you know, they're from Rip's perspective. He's not just telling you basic information that you might have heard somewhere else. He's telling you stories that he went through. So check that out. And then you got to check out Stevie Richards. Stevie Richards is doing too much as always. First, he's posting a sneak preview on his Patreon of what his setup is going to be for his WrestleMania 40 live watch along that he's going to do.
He's doing a live watch along?
He's doing a live watch
That's
along
dope.
WrestleMania 40. And he's got these chairs that were like sent to him by a sponsor. So he's got these wonderful, comfortable ass looking chairs that he put together himself. And he's going to watch those, or he's going to watch WrestleMania in those chairs. And then he's got that video. And then he's got a video that just came out earlier this morning about, you know, working out stretches for older guys like
me.
Yeah, and that's a podcast that he's also done. The Big Fitness Show has been talking about stretching and warming up and the importance of that. So Stevie's doing all kinds of stuff, and you got to be a part of it. So go follow him, check that out, and yeah. Oh wait, no, the video is how I stayed in cardio shape while wrestling. That's the YouTube video that's out right now, and the podcast is about stretching and warming up. Sorry for the confusion, right?
Just to answer Media in 5, am I going to NXT Raw or Brooklyn? I will have access to it. I'll say that. So it depends on whether I can get the time off, but I don't know. I might. We'll see. It's a good thing. We will. I just want to throw this up really quickly, guys. Tonight, April is not going to be on the show. It's not going to be me and April. It's going to be me and Billy Ray Valentine on the A show. I'm going to be What happened, Vet?
As much as I love Billy Ray Valentine, that's a poor substitute.
I know it is what it is, brother. But the headline of the show: call in the national guard. Yes, New York City. New York City's become so fucking crazy that they call in the military to, kind of take care of things in the subways. That's just so you guys know I wasn't full of shit. That it's really fucking bad and fucking scary, even for a guy like me. I'm always fucking like on edge. Anxiety's coming back. I gotta take the train in 2 days, so you know how that works. Yeah, we'll see. But so I'll be doing the first half of the not the first half, but like the first 20 or some odd minutes of the show by myself, just talking. I have a couple of things to talk about, so I want you guys to join the chat so that we can go back and forth in the chat. I just don't want to be talking for 20-30 minutes until Billy Ray jumps on the show, but then we're going to talk a whole bunch of fun stuff, so we'll check that out. Please check that out, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this weekend, I already put the show up, but it's not scheduled to come up on Saturday morning as a podcast and hopefully on YouTube, but it is the Pro Wrestling Reflection. And what are they going to do? Well, it's going to be ECW Hardcore TV from July 3rd, 1997. If you guys remember, Rick Rude was there, ladies and gentlemen. Bam Bam Bigelow. What else we got there, brother? We got some Jerry the King Lawler invading. I mean, it was just one hell of a show. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pro Wrestling Reflection, ECW Hardcore TV, July 3rd, 1997. Come check out that show. And that's about it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys swing by. Please support the A show tonight. I'm going to need you guys to help me out, just kind of carry the first couple of minutes of the show while I'm waiting for Billy Ray Valentine. So that would help me out a lot. It's been a while since I did a show like that by myself, but I've done it before. So we'll see. It should be fun. We're just going to have fun and bullshit. April will be back next week. So that's about it for me and for my Versace glasses and for the vet. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. We'll see you next week. Love you guys. Take care. Goodbye, vet.
Bye, Ray.
Peace out.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
This is the Hustler F. Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hameen Media Group. That's Ben Hameen Media Group from Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.
Word.